Hey, what's up everybody? This is going to be my updated Blu-ray collection for September of 2025. I'll start off with 10 to Midnight from Twilight Time, 12 Angry Men from Criterion, 1941, 2010, the year we made contact, 28 days later, 28 weeks later. I look forward to seeing 28 years later. It's just I haven't had time. I know it comes out sometime this month. 3 from Hell, 3:15, The Moment of Truth, 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag from Twilight Time, 8.5, 47 Meters Down, 47 Meters Down Uncaged, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, Fulci's Enigma from 88 Films, The Airport Complete Collection, Alice Sweet Alice from Arrow Video, Alien, Alita Battle Angel, Alligator, Alligator 2 The Mutation, Almost Human, Alone in the Dark, Altered States, Ambulance by Michael Bay, The American Dreamer, The American Friend, An American Werewolf in London from Arrow Video, Amsterdam, The Amusement Park, Anatomy of a Murder, Anna, Annihilation, Anthropophagus, Ants, It Happened at Lakewood Manor, Apache, Ape, Apocalypse Now, Apollo 13, Armed and Dangerous, Aquaman, Assassination with Charles Bronson, Assassins, Assault on Precinct 13, Atlantic City, Attack Force Z, Audition, Bad Boys, Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours, Bad Banners, Bad Moon, and Bad Ronald. Okay, moving on, we have Bad Times at the El Royale, Diodado's The Barbarians, Barren Blood, Basket Case from Arrow Video, Basket Case 2, and Basket Case 3, Batman and Harley Quinn, Battle Beyond the Stars, Battle of the Bulge, Baxter, A Bay of Blood, The Beekeeper, The Being, Being There, Bestseller, The Belko Experiment, The Beyond, Big House USA, Big Trouble in Little China, and another Big Trouble in Little China, The Bike Riders, Billy the Kid vs. Dracula, the Bill and Ted collection, The Birds 2, Beware the Blob, Chuck Russell's The Blob, Black Caesar, Hell Up in Harlem, The Black Cat, Black Christmas, Black Eagle, Black Sabbath, Black Sunday, Blade Runner, Blade Runner 2049, Blast Fighter, Blind Fury, Silent Rage, and White Line Fever, Blink Twice, Blockers, Blood Hook, 2 Bolo Young classics, Blood Fight and Ironheart. I look forward to watching these very soon. Blood for Dracula, Blood Rage, Bloody Mama, Bloody Birthday and Bloody Mama, Blue Ruin, Blue Steel, Blue Velvet, Boardwalk, Bobby Joe and the Outlaw, and Body Bags. Up next, we got Body Parts, Bone Tomahawk Steelbook, Goldfinger, Thunderball, Born in East LA, The Boss with Henry Silva, Boss with Fred Williamson, The Boys and Company C, The Brain, Brain Scan, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Breakheart Pass, Breakout, A Breed Apart, Brewster McCloud, Brewster's Millions, The Bridge on the River Kwai, Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, The Brinks Job, Broadcast News, The Brood, Brothers Till We Die, Bruiser, Bulletproof, The Burning, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Bubba Hotep, Burnt Offerings, Cabo Blanco, Candyman, Candyman Day of the Dead, Cannibal Apocalypse, Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, The Caretaker, The Carpenter, The Case of the Scorpion's Tail, Castle of the Living Dead, The Car, Cat in the Brain, Cat People, Cat's Eye, Chateau's Land, Cherry Falls, Cherry 2000, Child's Play, Remake, Season 1 of the TV show, and Season 2. Up next we have The Chain Reaction from Umbrella, The Choir Boys, Chopping Mall, Christine, Christmas Bloody Christmas, Christmas Evil, Chud, Cisco Pike, Class of 1984, Class of Nukem High, Class of Nukem High 3, Return to Class of Nukem High, aka Volume 2, Clerks Chasing Amy and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, Clerks 3, Cliffhanger Steelbook, Cobra, Cocaine Bear, Cold Sweat, Color Out of Space, Combat Shock, Coming Home, Con Air, Congo, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Comes Home, Conquest, Convoy Busters, Coogan's Bluff, Crawl, The Crazies, Crazies Remake, Crimes of Passion, Crimes of the Future, The Crimson Cult, Crossroads, Cruising, Cuckoo, The Curse and Curse to the Bite, Cut and Run, Cutting Class from MVD, Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Double Impact, The Cynic, The Rat, and the Fist, Dark Age, Dark Angel, The Dark Half, Dark Man, Day of the Animals, Day of the Dead, and Day of the Dolphin. Moving on, we got Daylight, Days of Heaven, DC Cab, Dead End Driving, Dead of Night, Dead Ringers, Dead Silence, The Dead Zone, Deadly Blessing, Deadly Force, Deadly Friend, Death Has Blue Eyes, Deathline, Death Machine, Death Valley, Death Wish 5, Death Wish Remake, The Deep, Deep Red, Deep Star 6, Deer Camp 86, very entertaining, Delta Force, Lone Wolf McQuaid, and Code of Silence, Full Cheese Demonia, Demons, Demons 2, Deranged, The Devil's Honey, The Devil's Men, Diary of a Mad Housewife, Diary of a Wimpy Kid 1, 2, and 3, A Different Story, Disorganized Crime, Disturbing Behavior, Dirty Dozen 3 and 4, Django, Django Kill, Django Prepare a Coffin, Django the Bastard, and Django Unchained, Dr. Sleep, Dolomite, Dollman, Dolly Dearest, Don Knotts 5-film collection. You got Ghost of Mr. Chicken, Reluctant Astronaut, Shakiest Gun of the West, The Love God, and How to Frame a Fig. Don't Look Now, Don't Torture a Duckling, The Dorm That Dripped Blood, Double Target, Double Trouble, and Down. Okay, moving on, we have Dr. Giggles, Dracula, Dracula vs. Frankenstein, Dragged Across Concrete, Dread, Dream a Little Dream, Dressed to Kill, Drive, Dune, Dunkirk, Earth Girls Are Easy, Easy Rider, Toby Hooper's Eaten Alive, Umberto Lindsay's Eaten Alive, Eating Raoul, Edge of the Axe, The Eager Sanction, The Elephant Man, Electra Glide in Blue, John Carpenter's Elvis, The Newer Elvis, The Emerald Forest, The Immigrants and the New Land, Joe D'Amato's Endgame, Enter the Ninja, and Ninja 3, Eraserhead, Escape from New York, Escape from LA, Escape from Women's Prison, Escape Room Tournament of Champions, Exorcist 2, Exorcist 3, The Exterminator, Extreme Prejudice, Event Horizon, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, which is a badass steelbook, Evil Dead Remake, Ash vs. Evil Dead Complete Series, Evil Dead Rise on 4K, and Evil Dead 5, Evil Eye, The Evil That Men Do, An Eye for an Eye, Eye of the Devil, The Faculty, Fall, and Farewell My Lovely and The Big Sleep. Alright, next up we have Farewell Friend, The Fall Guy, Fast Company, Fat Man, Furious 7, Fate of the Furious, F9 The Fast Saga, Fear City, Fighting Back, A Fistful of Dynamite, Firestarter, Firstborn, The First Power, 5 Easy Pieces, The Flash, Flash Gordon, Flatliners, The Fly, The Fog, Forbidden World, A Force of One, Force 10 from Navarone, Framed, Frankenhooker, The Curse of Frankenstein, The Evil of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Created Woman, The Horror of Frankenstein, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, Frailty, Free Hand for a Tough Cop, Freeway, Fright Night 2, From Beyond the Grave, From Noon Till 3, Full Moon High, The Funhouse, Funny Farm and Spies Like Us, Future World, Galaxy of Terror, The Game, Game Night, The Gate, Gate 2, The Gates of Hell, Get Mean, Geronimo, Ghost Ship, Ghost Story, and Ghost Town. Now I've got the Game Trilogy from Arrow Video. Look forward to watching all 3 of these. Ghosts of Mars, God Told Me To, God is a Bullet, Gone Fishing, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Good Guys Wear Black, The Great Alligator, The Green Inferno, Cannibal Holocaust 2, Green Room, Grizzly, Grizzly 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Guns Akimbo, Guns for San Sebastian, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, Hacksaw Ridge, Halloween, 4K from Scream Factory, Halloween 2, 3, 4, and 5, Halloween 6, the Rob Zombie theatrical cuts of 1 and 2, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, Hands of Steel, Hang 'em High, The Hangover, Hannibal Brooks, Hammer with Fred the Hammer Williamson. Happy Birthday to Me. Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day to You. Hard Boiled. Hard Candy. Hardcore. Hatchet for the Honeymoon. Have You Got It Yet? The story of Syd Barrett and Pink Floyd. A very thin case, which I don't mind at all. Heathers. Heavy Metal. Hellfest. Hell in the Pacific. Henry. Hero and the Terror. The Hidden. Hidden Agenda. High Crime. High Plains Drifter. The Hindenburg. A History of Violence. And Hitcher in the Dark. Okay, kind of messed up the alphabetical order here. Gummo. Hitman's Bodyguard. Hobo with a Shotgun. Holliston Season 1. Holliston Season 2. The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. The Horror Show. House. House by the Cemetery. House of Wax. House on the Edge of the Park and Last House on Massacre Street. The House That Dripped Blood. Hot Tub Time Machine. Hudson Hawk. Hunger Games Catching Fire. Hunger Games Mockingjay. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. The Hunger Games The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. The Hunt. Hunting Ground. Hush. The Hustler. I, Tonya. Ice Age Continental Drift. Idle Hands. I'm Dangerous Tonight. In Cold Blood. The In-Laws. In Search of Darkness. In the Mouth of Madness. Inception. Infinity Pool. The Inglourious Bastards. Insidious Chapter 3. Insidious The Last Key. Insidious The Red Door. The Interview. Into the Night. Intruder. Invaders from Mars. Invaders of the Lost Gold. The Iron Claw. Iron Master. Island of Death by Nico Masterakis. It. Jack's Back. Jacob's Ladder. Jagged Edge. Jaws on 4K. Jaws 2. Jaws 3. And Jaws 4. Next up I have Cruel Jaws. Jewel of the Nile. Joe Kidd. John Wick. John Wick 2. John Wick 3. I got John Wick 4, but I don't know where it is. Not a big fan of it, though. Ballerina. Saw this on my birthday. I really liked it. One of my favorites of the year so far. Johnny Handsome. Johnny Quest Double Feature. Joshua Tree. Jubal. Judge Dredd. Judgment Night. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Dominion. And Rebirth, which I did not mind at all. Just Before Dawn. Kioma and Grand Duel. Kickboxer. Kidnapped. Kidnapped. Kids vs. Aliens. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Clute. The Kindred. Kid Galahad. Kill Them All and Come Back Alone. Killer Crocodile also includes Killer Crocodile 2. The Killers. The Killing Time. King Cohen. King Kong vs. Godzilla. King Kong Escapes. King Kong 76. King Kong Lives. Kong Skull Island. Godzilla King of the Monsters. Godzilla vs. Kong. New Empire. Kingsman 2. Kinjite. Knight Riders. What's going on here? Krull. Lady Snowblood. Last Action Hero. Last Man Standing and Last Boy Scout. Last of the Finest. The Last Picture Show. Last Voyage of the Demeter. The Laughing Policeman. The Lawnmower Man. And The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Up next we have Lair of the White Worm on Steelbook. The Last Breath. The Last Movie. Last Night in Soho. Lisa Frankenstein. Longlegs. The Legend of Billie Jean. The Legend of Hell House. Let the Right One In. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Life Force. Link. Lionheart. Lipstick. The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. A Lizard in a Woman's Skin, The Lodge, Logan, Logan Lucky, Lone Star, The Lonely Man, The Long Riders, The Long Weekend, Madagascar, Europe's Most Wanted, Madman, Mad Max, Mad Max 2, Beyond Thunderdome Steelbook, Fury Road, and Furiosa on 4K, The Magnificent Seven 4K, Mandy, Maniac, Maniac Cop, Maniac Cop 2, Maniac Cop 3, The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot, The Man Who Wasn't There in 3D, The Mangler, Manhattan Baby, Mark of the Devil, The Marksman, Marked for Death, Master of the World, Maximum Overdrive from Vestron, A Midnight Clear, Midway, Meatball Machine, Medium Cool, The Meg, and Meg 2, The Trench. Okay, up next, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, Messenger of Death, Midnight Run, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, Mississippi Burning, The Mole People, Mom and Dad, Monkey Shines, Monster Shark, aka Devilfish, Moonfall, Mortal Kombat, Scorpion's Revenge, Battle of the Realms, Snowblind, Cage Match, Mr. Majestic, Mosquito, Motel Hell, Motel Hell Steelbook, Mulholland Drive, Murder in the First, Murder on the Orient Express, Murder Rock, The Mutilator, My Best Friend is a Vampire, My Bloody Valentine Steelbook, My Cousin Vinny, Nail Gun Massacre, Nashville, Near Dark, Neighbors 2, Nemesis, Nerve, The Nest, Never So Few, The New Kids, The New Mutants, New Year's Evil, Nothing But Trouble, The New York Ripper, Next of Kin, Nightmare City, Nightmares, Night of the Comet, Night of the Creeps, Night of the Demon, Night of the Demons, Night of the Demons 2, and Night of the Grizzly. Up next, we have Night of the Lepus, Night of the Sharks, The Night Stalker, The Night Strangler, Nighthawks, Nightmare at Noon, Nightmare Beach, Nightmare Castle, Nightmare Cinema, Ninja Assassin, The Ninth Configuration, Nobody, The Northman, Nosferatu, Nosferatu in Venice, Novocaine, Now You See Me, Now You See Me 2, The Octagon, Offspring, The Woman, Darlin, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, One False Move, Of Unknown Origin, Orca, Original Gangstas, Orphan First Kill, The Osterman Weekend, Ouija Origin of Evil, Out of the Blue, Overlord, Over the Edge, Pale Rider, Paradise Alley, Panic, Panic in Needle Park, Paper Moon, Paranormal Activity 3, Parasite, Paris, Texas, The Park Is Mine, Paths of Glory, Payback, The People Next Door, People Under the Stairs, Perfect Weapon, Perversion Story, Piggy, Piranha 2, Play Misty for Me, and Pleasure. Up next, we've got Off Balance by Ruggiero Deodato, Overboard, Once Upon a Time in the West, Pet Sematary 2, Phantasm, Phantom of the Paradise, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles Steelbook, Phantom of the Opera, Phenomena, Pieces, Pink Panther, Volume 4 and Volume 5, Planet of the Vampires, Platoon Leader, Soldier Boys, Point Blank, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, Police Squad Complete Series, and the Naked Gun Trilogy, Popcorn, The Poseidon Adventure, Predator, Predator 1 and 2, Prey, Prime Cut, The Principal, Prison, Pritzi's Honor, Program to Kill, The Prophecy, The Psychic, The Public Eye, Pumpkinhead, Psycho, The Purge, Purge Election Year, First Purge, Forever Purge, and Season 1 of the show, Q the Winged Serpent, The Quick and the Dead, Queen of Blood, Rabid, The Raid Collection, Raiders of Atlantis, Raising Cain, the Rambo 5-film collection, Rampage Steelbook, Ransom, Rats, Night of Terror, and Hell of the Living Dead, The Raven, The Ravenous, and Raw Courage. Okay, we got Rawhead Rex, Revenge, Ready or Not, Reanimator, Red Dawn, Red Eye, Red Scorpion, Red Sun, The Reef Stalked, Renegades, Renfield, Repo Man, The Resurrected, Return of the Living Dead 1, 2, 3. We got Rise, Dawn, and War for the Planet of the Apes, Revenge of the Nerds. Got Riddick, Rider on the Rain, Rio Lobo, Road Games, sorry about that, Roadhouse, Rocky Heavyweight Collection, RoboCop Steelbook, Robo War, The Rock, Rock of Ages, Roller Coaster, Rolling Thunder, The Rookie, Roommates, Roy Colt and Winchester Jack, Rubber, The Running Man, Saint Maud, Sailor Student Machine Gun, Salem's Lot, Sand Pebbles, Savage Sisters, Saving Private Ryan, Saw 8 Film Collection, Spiral, Scanners, make it look a little better there, Scanners from Criterion, Scanners 2 and 3, and then Scanner Cop 1 and 2 from Vinegar Syndrome. Alrighty, up next, Schoolgirls in Chains, Scissors, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Scream 4, Scream 6, Scrooged, See No Evil 2, The Sentinel, Session 9, 7, Seventh Seal, Shadows in an Empty Room, Shaft Triple Feature, The Shallows, The Shark Hunter by Enzo Castellari, Shiloh and Saving Shiloh, Shivers, Shivers from Vestron, Shock Treatment, Shocking Dark, Shoot 'em Up, Showdown at Boot Hill, Sicario, Siege, Silent Action, Silent Hill, Silent Night Deadly Night, signed by Robert Brian Wilson. He signed both sides. And then I got Part 2, signed by Eric Freeman. He signed the slipcover and the regular cover, and I think the disc as well. He is awesome. Silent Night Deadly Night 3, 4, 5. The remake. The John Woo film, which is very good. Silent Rage. Silkwood. Single White Female. Sin City. Sisters. Sisu. Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp 2. Sleepaway Camp 3. Slow Dancing in the Big City. Slugs. Slumber Party Massacre. Society. Soldier Blue. Soldier Story. Someone Behind the Door. Something in the Water. Songwriter. Sorcerer. And Southern Comfort. Up next we have Soylent Green. Split Second. Another Split Second copy. SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water. Spider. Spider Baby. Spontaneous Combustion. Squirm. St. Ives. Stand By Me. Starman. Star Wars. Steel Dawn. Still Smoking. Stone. The Stone Killer. Stop Motion. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Strangers Pray at Night. Strangers Chapter 1. Straight Time. Streets of Fire. Street Trash. Student Bodies and Jekyll and Hyde Together Again. Striker. The Stuff. Stunt Squad. Strike Commando. Strike Commando 2. The Substance. Suspiria. Suburbia. Suicide Squad. Birds of Prey. The Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, Sunday in the Country, Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat, Super, Super Bad, Supernova, There's Suspiria, Suspiria Remake, Swamp Thing, Switchblade Sisters, Syndicate Sadists, Tales from the Crypt and the Vault of Horror, Tales the Witness Madness, Tammy and the T-Rex, Taken to Beverly Hills, Tag, Tarantulas, and Targets. Okay, up next we got Taxi Driver, Taxi Hunter, Telephone, Tentacles and Reptilicus, Tenebrae, Terminator 2, Terrifier 2, Terror in the Isles, Terror Out of the Sky, Terror Train, Terror Vision and the Video Dead, Tetsuo the Iron Man, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from Vinegar Syndrome, Texas Chainsaw 3D, Leatherface, Thanksgiving, The Thing Steelbook, They Live Steelbook, 13 Ghosts, Thief, Thor Love and Thunder, and Thor Ragnarok. Thriller, the Vinegar Syndrome release, and I got the 4K release as well. I bought the Blu-ray when it was cheaper, and then I got this for pretty cheap as well. THX 1138, Thoroughbreds, Ticks, Tombstone, Tombs of the Blind Dead, Night of the Seagulls, To Live and Die in LA, To the Devil a Daughter, The Tough Ones, The Town of Dread at Sundown, Toy Soldiers, Trick or Treat, Trilogy of Terror, Tropic Thunder, Trouble Man, Tree Romance Steelbook, Two Evil Eyes, Two Lane Blacktop, 2 Minute Warning, Two Mules for Sister Sarah. I believe this is, no, it's a Blu-ray. The Uncanny, Unhinged, Universal Horror Collection Volume 4, Universal Soldier, and Urban Legend. Alrighty, The Unborn, The Vagrant, The Valachi Papers, Valdez Horses, Valentine, Vamp, Vampire in Brooklyn, Vampires, Veracruz, VFW, VHS 2, VHS Viral, VHS Triple Feature, 94, 99, and 85, VHS Beyond, Vice Squad, Vigilante, Vigilante Force, Village of the Damned, Villains, Violent Night, Victory, VA Rides, Violent City, Violent Professionals, Virgin Spring, Vivarium, Wacko, Walking Tall, Walking the Edge, The Wanderers, War of the Roses, Warriors of the Year 1972, correction, 2072, Warning Sign, Watcher, Watchmen, Watership Down, Weird Science, Whipping the Body by Mario Bava, Whip It, White Buffalo, White House Down, Wild Bill, Willy's Wonderland, The Wind, Wishmaster Collection, Without Warning, Wolf Lake, Working Man, Pearl, X-Men Days of Future Past, Who is Harry Kellerman and why is he saying those terrible things about me, and Who Can Kill a Child. Alright, these last few, I got Whoever Slew Annie Rue, The White Dawn, White Fire, Wild Angels, Wild at Heart, Wild Beasts, Will Penny, Wings of Desire, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, You Can't Win 'Em All, Young Guns, Zardoz, The Zero Boys, Fulci's Zombie, Zombie 3, Zombie 4, Zombie 5, and Zombie Holocaust. I also forgot to show I got Blue Sunshine from Synapse. Alright, now I move on to all of my autographed Blu-rays. First up, I have Strange Darling, signed by Barbara Hershey. Girls Night Out, signed by Julia Montgomery. Police Academy Collection, signed by Charlie Schlatter and Brian Tochi. The Entity, signed by Barbara Hershey. Maxine, signed by Ty West. Abigail, signed by Alicia Ware, Catherine Newton, and Kevin Durant. Very cool. X, signed by Ty West. Revenge of the Ninja, signed by Don Shanks, Chief. Baby Driver, got Paul Williams. John Rhys Davies on Waxwork. Pretty cool. Probably not a lot of people have that one. My Bloody Valentine, got Peter Cowper on here. The Scream Factory, very cool. Got Mitch Pileggi on Shocker. Boom. Got Bradley Gregg on Class of 1999. I've had this for like 7 or 8 years. Boom. Ronnie Blakely on The Driver. 4K. Got The Ambulance from Scream Factory, signed by Larry Hama, who had a very small role with Stan Lee in the film. The Guest, signed by the late, great Lance Reddick. I got Ray Wise and Adam Green on Digging Up the Marrow. I got Victor Crowley with director Adam Green. I got the late Sid Haig, Adam Green, and Kane Hodder on Hatchet 3. Hatchet 2, I got Kane Hodder, the late Tony Todd, and Adam Green. Miracle Mile, I have Denise Crosby. Very cool. Serial Mom from Scream Factory, I have Tracy Lords up in the corner. The late Tom Sizemore on Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. I also have him on True Romance. Rest in peace. CJ Graham on Hellcop from Kino Lorber. I have Lee Majors on Killer Fish. Another one that I don't think a lot of people would have him sign. Sonny Boy. I got Brad Dourif. Awesome. Second time meeting him. I have Catherine Newton on Freaky. I Can't Wait to Kill You. Badass. I have Lulu Wilson on Becky. I also had her sign the Wrath of Becky DVD. Mr. No Leg, signed by the late great Riku Browning. Hardware, signed by Dylan McDermott. Aliens, signed by Rico Ross, Carrie Henn, and Michael Biehn. Stone Cold, signed by William Forsythe. Clerks 2, signed by Brian O'Halloran. You Never Go Ass to Mouth, very cool. Firewalker, signed by John Rhys Davies and the late great Lou Gossett Jr. Dog Day Afternoon, signed by Lance Henriksen and Chris Sarandon. One moment. These were this past weekend in Cincinnati, Horror Hound Weekend. I got Uncle Sam, and I added the awesome PJ Souls. She was very surprised that I brought this. She said, "It's on 4K, what?" We've got Don't Breathe 2, signed by the director. If I can get it out. Boom. And Fede Alvarez and the writer, I forget his name, on Alien Romulus. Both great dudes. Really love this movie. Boom. That's all for my regular Blu-rays, autographed Blu-rays. I might do box sets in the future. I didn't feel like taking the time to get them all out. But yeah, thank you.